I'm Sarah and this video is all about my weight loss journey. I live in the UK, I'm a wife and I have two beautiful little children. I've got a daughter who is 3 and a son who is 6. Basically, I wanted to make this video to share my journey with people, hoping that it'll help them. I was going to do it when I hit my target weight, but then I thought actually being in it with other people and being accountable for it and other people seeing my struggles and going through my journey, it would probably help other people as well, not just seeing the end result, but seeing the process as well as the result. So far I have lost 28 pounds. I'm going to pop some pictures up of of me at my heaviest weight. I have tried everything pretty much. I've always struggled with my weight. When I was younger I was underweight all the time because I wouldn't really eat much, and then when I got depressed I ended up just gaining a ton of weight, and then obviously getting pregnant after that, and then obviously gaining more weight, and then I lost a little bit before getting pregnant with my daughter, and then obviously it started the whole thing again, me gaining weight with my daughter. I ended up losing it all. I actually weighed heavy, I was lighter than I was before I actually had her, within a year of her being born. But again, I then put it all back on. I have tried a lot. The one thing that worked for me a lot was Slimming World. I'm not slating them or anything, but I really did like them, and that's how I lost the weight, the baby weight from my daughter being born. But there's low limitations for the size portions, like controlling the portions or anything like that. You just get told to eat, and while it is good, then when I decided to be less restrictive as I hit my target, I was still eating the same size portions, but I was eating it not so healthily. And then I realised that eating so many portions like that, I then gained the weight because my stomach grew, because obviously I was eating so much food instead of actually listening to my body, realising when I was hungry and then stop eating from there. I have tried pills, thermo ones that make you warm and let you burn things. Tried those. I've tried shakes, I've tried restricting calories, I've tried no carbs, I've tried a lot of things, but so far this, what I'm about to tell you, is been the best thing for me because it's given me the information I needed, and that's why I like Slimming World as well, because it made me understand the foods and what foods were good because of the categories. So then I kind of incorporated that with what I'm doing now, and it just seems loads easier. I was a person that would comfort eat, so anytime that I was angry or depressed or anything like that, I would eat. I'd also boredom eat, so I'd sit there at night time thinking, kids are in bed, really got much to do, I'll go and have some biscuits, or I'll go and have a chocolate bar or some cakes or anything like that, and then I realised that that's not the best thing to do, and I wasn't actually eating because I was hungry, I was eating because I was bored. The way that I've basically lost the weight so far, like I said, I'm still in my journey. I've not got as much to lose now obviously, but I'm still obviously eating healthily, and it's one of those things as well that you've got to kind of put it into your routine and things, that it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change, and as you can treat yourself, you've got to also remember that most of the time you've got to be careful of your portion sizes and eat the right things to be healthy. The one thing that I have learned is how much sugar is in a lot of foods and a lot of drinks. So what I've been doing is I've been cutting out refined sugar. I know, don't eat sugar. It seems like one of those things that just seems crazy, because it's like, that means I can't have chocolate, that means I can't have this, that means I can't have that. That's not true. The way that I've figured it out is if you cook your meals, instead of picking them up from a fast food place, or instead of buying them in a jar or in a box and putting them in the microwave or in the oven, or putting them in the pan and cooking that way. Just make things fresh. When I was about 16, I got put on an intolerance test. I've been told to do an intolerance test because I was having a lot of stomach problems. I got told that I was intolerant to wheat, and I got told that I was intolerant to sugar. As a chocoholic, I was not having any of that, but for the first 2 weeks I did cut out wheat and sugar. I got home to see, because it gave me a percentage or like a grams, the amount I was allowed to eat per portion, and I went home and I couldn't even eat a tin of soup because it had too much sugar in. And sugar is in a lot of things that we wouldn't even think of. And it goes the same with like sweeteners as well. It's always best to have natural flavours and natural sweeteners. So things like Diet Coke. I was saying this to a friend yesterday. I went to Starbucks and they've got this sparkling water plus. I had orange and lime. That was 95 calories for the drink. But you put it next to a Diet Coke and then that, and people tend to go to the Diet Coke because it's 0 calories, but actually the sweetener in there is not good for you. So yeah, I've learnt now that cutting out refined sugar and using natural sweeteners and things is the best bet, and also cooking things from fresh. Even things like frozen things, like some frozen vegetables actually have added like oils and stuff like that in them so they don't stick together, and so does like frozen chicken. So what I tend to do is buy food fresh, and then if I want it freezing, I freeze it myself. So like if I want berries frozen, or bananas or strawberries or anything like that, I freeze it myself. And as well as the chicken, I buy a big box of fresh chicken and then just freeze it, because that just works for me. Wrapping food and things like that, I've known that it helps. Also things like sugary treats, I now make them. Obviously I can't really eat wheat now because I've noticed with cutting sugar out, I cut wheat out as well, and I cannot go back onto wheat because I cannot handle it, like stomach wise, I can't handle it, so wheat's completely out of there. There's also things like natural flours that you can use as well, so there's so many things you can do, and that's one of the reasons why I made this channel. I wanted to use the recipes and the skills that I've learned to then teach others out there as well that can do it, because the one thing that I've also learned is if I'm hungry and if I didn't like, if I'm running late for something and I'm hungry whilst I'm making dinner and I'm starving, I would usually have a packet of crisps or have a chocolate bar or a cake or something like that, and I can't do that anymore because obviously eating healthy. So what I've learnt to do is the sugary treats that I usually have is I make them healthier and with no refined sugar, put them in the fridge and let them then last me over the next few days. So if I am feeling peckish or if I do want something sweet, I just go in the fridge and grab something there. But yeah, what I'm gonna do on this channel is I'm actually gonna put a load of recipes and things like that that have helped me lose weight so far, and certain other things as well, because there's things that I didn't quite understand but now I do, like listening to your body and things like that. So when I know when I'm full, that I don't have to actually finish the rest of my food, I'll just stop eating, and that's best for me. And one thing I did is when I was restricting calories, I was eating a lot of fruit and vegetables but not enough carbs. So what I tend to find was I was hungry all the time because I didn't actually have filling food. So now I've learned that obviously if you have a balanced diet with healthy food and make sure that it's got good carbs in it to keep you full for longer, I actually find myself eating less and snacking less, which is another bonus really. There is other reasons why I decided to cut sugar out, not just because I wanted to lose the weight, that was the main reason, but there's other things behind it that have actually helped as well. I used to be so tired all the time. I mean, I'm a mum of 2 and my children don't like sleep. So they wake up very, very early and I was always drained. Since doing this, I have had so much more energy. I mean, imagine Christmas Day. You go and have a massive Christmas dinner what usually happens after you've eaten it, you're so tired. And food should be opposite. Food shouldn't make you tired. Food should give you energy. So that's the one thing I've learned by reducing, well, not eating refined sugar and using more. I've tried also to stop having processed things like I said before, having actually fresh things or freezing fresh things myself, and not actually eating things that have been processed. A few months ago, it was sometime at the end of last year, I ended up getting told that I had a lot of vitamin deficiencies, which is the reason why I was always tired as well. I've been on them now, all the medications and things, I'd say almost a year. Yeah, almost a year. And I had a lot of vitamin deficiencies. B12, vitamin D, folic acid, iron, and just because I wasn't eating the right foods. And to be honest, some of them I was like, I don't know, like folic acid, I was like, stuff that folate, I mean, none of that I like. I like nuts, don't like this, don't like that. But actually now, I will eat those things because I realised I did like them. I just had to keep trying them and then I like them. Which sounds crazy, but that's what happens. I mean, I've also learned that you need to try something at least 11 times before you actually get used to it and start liking it. It's not going to be like that with every single food. I still can't stand Brussels, but it has helped in other ways as well. So like nuts and things like that, I've started to like them because obviously I've been a balanced diet. I eat quite a lot of nuts and things. Another thing as well is my teeth. I have got gum disease. I am losing my teeth, and this has been within the last year or so. Within the last year, I've had so many fillings I can't even count, and 3 teeth out in 1 year. I came to the conclusion that I'm not going to be a person that's going to be old with teeth. I'm going to have to lose all my teeth when I'm older. But I thought anything I can do to prevent that now, I will. Even when I wasn't eating sugary things, I was still, well, basic sugary things like sweets and chocolate and stuff, they were still decaying at a really fast rate. And that was because of the sugar that's in everyday things. I was one of those people that I had to go to the dentist every 3 months, not 6 months or a year, every 3 months, because my teeth was decaying that fast. And I'd always have to have at least 1 filling per time I'd go, and then I'd have to go in between. So then I weren't going every 3 months. I would then ring in like a month later after I had my checkup, ring in a month later for an emergency appointment because I was inflating in my teeth. And then I'd have to go and get another filling and then my 3-month checkup. So there was a point where I was going at least every month or 2, which is absolutely insane to look right now, and I hated it. I hate the dentist, I can't stand it, but losing my teeth has been the worst. Thankfully I've not actually lost any near the front, I've lost most of my wisdom teeth and teeth at the back. But it was hard. It was hard to process that. You eating things, it doesn't just affect you physically or like body size. It affects you in many ways. I mean, like eating sugar, it can cause diabetes, it can affect diabetes. There's loads of things like that really that people just don't quite get, but actually cutting out refined sugar and making things of your own way. Like, I still love chocolate. I eat chocolate on a daily basis, but I eat a healthier chocolate, the chocolate that I've made, and it's out of pure cocoa and not a chocolate bar that's got barely any actual chocolate in. It's strange to think, but it's true. If you go shopping and even look at dark chocolate, you will see that it's only like 97% chocolate or 90-something% chocolate. And then if you look at dairy chocolate, so like milk chocolate, it's not got much cocoa in. So there's a lot of things that I've learned making my own things, and I actually prefer the taste of them than using a jar and having a lot of sugar and stuff. Another thing that it's helped as well, obviously my stomach. I obviously had deficiencies, but I also had IBS as well. my stomach would like be its own person. It would literally make noises constantly, not because I was hungry, just because of my digestion. It was horrible. I used to dread going into quiet rooms and speaking to people because I just didn't know if my stomach was going to be on one that day. And it hurt. My stomach constantly hurt from just what I ate. And it's gone. My stomach makes no noises unless I'm hungry. And my stomach doesn't hurt, and it's so much better being able to like not be in pain like through my stomach all the time because of what I've eaten. I was gonna make a channel after I'd got to the weight I wanted to be, because I was thinking, perfect, I get to the way I want to be, I know I can get there, and this is the way I got there type thing. But like I said, I didn't want to do that. I'm more than halfway through my journey now, really, and I've decided that I want to do it with people. I want to get people on board and encourage people, but also being able to talk to people about struggles, because yeah, when you hit targets, obviously there's still going to be struggles, but actually struggles and changes you're seeing from like just months later. So I wanted to make it now, so you guys basically would be there for the end of my journey and for obviously the remainder of me keeping the weight off. And I'm constantly like finding new recipes or just randomly chucking things in a pan that taste amazing, and I'm thinking, whilst they're still fresh in my mind and I know all like things like healthy recipes and healthy treats and things like that, and the things that I've learned and the mistakes I've made, then show you guys what I found works best for me. I thought, why not do that now, because there's no time like now, right? And like I said, I'd prefer you guys to be there with my journey and basically doing it with other people instead of just maintaining my weight. And I want you guys to see a difference as well, because that's one of the things. It's if you see a difference between, say, looking at this video now and then look at it in 6 months' time, and then you can tell a difference just from the way I am or the way I look, then that's to me incredible, because you've not just captured it through a picture, but you've seen it through videos as well. I'm going to be uploading weekly on here, and I'm going to go through loads of different things. Like I said, I have a family and a husband, so a lot of channels I found out there that they do a lot of recipes, but they don't do anything for kids. And that's one thing I wanted to kind of incorporate into my channel. That's something that I don't like, not something that I don't just like eating, but my family enjoy as well. So obviously my husband and my 2 children, because children can be very picky eaters, especially mine. So I wanted to share some recipes and some treats and things that they enjoy that are actually healthy. So obviously your children can be healthy too, because I sat there and thought, because I did it by myself for a bit, and I was like, if I'm refusing to eat sugar because of all this that it's doing to me, surely I'm best off putting that into my children now and them knowing that sugar isn't so great. Yes, I'll still allow them to eat sweets and chocolate and things because they are children as a treat, but I'm not going to sit there and feed them sugar on a daily basis. I've restricted it through them as well. If there's anything you guys want to see, so obviously I'm uploading weekly, so I am obviously going to upload a lot of things to do with recipes and healthy options and things like that. But if there's anything in particular you guys want to see, so I don't know, like healthy family meals or healthy smoothies or breakfast or dinner or anything like that, or like the treats or anything like that, obviously they are coming out steadily. But if there's anything in particular you want to see, just please let me know. Just drop me a message in the comments, because I want to do things that you want to see as well, because obviously my life's not going to be like everybody else's. There's certain things that I'm going to enjoy that you might not, and vice versa. So I do want to give ideas and things like that, so if there's anything I can help you guys with, even if it's not just a video, like you just got a random question, I'm happy to help you guys with anything really, and I want you guys there on my journey, like I said, so I want to help you. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I've not babbled on too much because I want it to be more like a sit down thing, a discussion with like a friend rather than a load of images and things. I just wanted it to be like honest and pure, and like I said, like I'm talking to a friend. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to like subscribe to my channel so you can basically join in with me, that would be amazing too. Plus, if you wanted to get notifications of all my future videos, if you press that notification bell, you'll be notified of them too. I hope you all have an amazing day so far, and I will see you soon. Bye!